And he like looked right at me and was totally oblivious. Oh man. Okay. All right. Like, that's how you know it was meant to be. That's how you know. As you saw, it has snowed, even though it was like 60 degrees yesterday. Yeah. Welcome to Virginia. The mountains of Virginia. That was Stetson. Good Monday morning, y'all. Today is my in-town day, and I have quite a busy morning. I've got to go to the vet's office and get all of our vaccinations and everything. We're gonna go ahead and hopefully get that done sooner this year. And then I've also got to go to our local seed to price some grain, and I've got to get some calf starter for the calf so we can, in about a week, we'll try to get him started on some grain. So I got to do that. I think Dakota has something else on my list. Oh, and I have to get another bag of milk. Okay, yeah. Anyways, he has learned with me, he has to leave me lists. I do well. I function best with a list. So, anyways, I'm sitting here in this parking lot. I'm taking a break because I got me a smoothie bowl. I'm so excited. We have this new smoothie bowl place in town where I come to get all of our stuff. And it's so good. I've only had, well, no, I lied. The first time I got one, I had 2 bases. There's Dakota. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, that was Dakota. He drove by the parking lot I was sitting at, and I rolled down my window and like full on waved at him. And he like looked right at me and was totally oblivious. And then I called him and I'm like, did you not see me? He's like, where were you at? And I told him, and he was like, nope, I didn't see you. I said, you looked right at me. He said, I'm pulling one of your stunts. Usually I'm the one, like, he'll see me and I don't see him. But anyways, back to the smoothie bowl. Before I got 2 bases, I got one that was, they call it a super blue. I don't know what it's made up of, but this is the cacao base. And they say that this is healthy for you, but I'm telling y'all what, this tastes just like chocolate ice cream. And it's so good, so good. So today, I got the cacao base, and I got some bananas, coconut, got a few mangoes, I like mango, and then some granola. So let's take it back. It's so good. I'm like, I don't know how this is good for you because it tastes just like chocolate ice cream, but probably is, so I'll go with it. Like, so good. This is something Dakota never would get, so I have to enjoy these when I'm in town, like these kind of days. So anyways, I'm gonna eat some of this, and then I'm gonna go to the seed place. I'm trying to work my way so I don't backtrack. I'm gonna go to the seed place, get all that stuff, and then I'm gonna go to the vet. But I'll bring you along. All right, y'all, so I picked up the calf grain, and then I priced, and I think I said seed earlier, but I wasn't pricing seed. I was pricing grain. Our grain bins are pretty much empty, so we've got to get some more grain. But anyways, so I took my little, you know, my sticky note, my list in with me, and I got to talking, and then I was trying to get everything, you know, when I was leaving. I forgot my dang blasted sticky note, my list, and on that list, which I'd already checked, you know, most things off, but on the list, it had the vaccines that Dakota wanted me to get for our cows. So I tried to call him just to see, and then he wouldn't answer me. He's working. So I called them back, and they're so sweet. And they're like, yeah, honey, you left it here. So they're going to take a picture of it and send it to me. So that's what I'm waiting on, so I can go in here and get them. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but the rain has made its way here. It's actually, hey fella, the storms are actually supposed to be decently bad this evening, so hopefully they don't get too bad. Well, look who was lucky enough to pull the evening bottle shift again. Really though, y'all, I'm thankful we only have the one bottle calf. Oh, that's scary. Oh man. Okay. Alright. I'm not, y'all, let's just be real here, I'm not the biggest fan of the dark. So, this is really not my favorite task, but you know, we have to do it anyways. So I leave my truck pulled so I can see all the way through the barn. I do have my light, but I really don't need it tonight, so. Yeah, but we got this sweet boy who's eating so good and doing so good. Hello, y'all. It is a beautiful day here in Southwest Virginia. I am walking to the barn to feed the bottle calf, which I guess I should mention. Originally, we weren't going to keep him because I don't think I've told y'all this, but I think I did on Instagram. But anyways, we have this lady that normally when we have bottle calves, we will sell them to her, and then she puts them on a mama. She has milk mamas, so milk cows. So she'll put them on one of her milk cows, and then they just kind of, you know, live their life like that as normal as possible. So originally, well, first off, you know, we didn't know if the calf was going to make it. Then, you know, once he started showing signs of improvement, I figured we would, you know, sell him to her. But then Dakota decided that he wants to keep him till the fall. So that's what we're doing, which Stetson loves the bottle calf. So it would be hard to get rid of him. So anyways, all that to say, the bottle calf's name is Blackie. That is what Stetson named him, so that's what we're sticking with. But normally I drive my truck down here, which is probably a lazy decision. Normally it's like cold or rainy or stuff, but I forgot my keys when I come out this time. But I'm like, you know, it's a beautiful day. I'm just gonna walk down here, get a little exercise, and enjoy the beautiful day. Look who's ready and waiting on me. Hey, are you a hungry boy? Same old, which is kind of nice, but in some senses you're like, okay, what's gonna happen next? I guess inflation's happened. That's been a big thing, which I mean, we're very fortunate, you know, we don't necessarily like have to buy fertilizer and stuff like, you know, the folks out west that have, you know, corn and soybeans and all that, you know, that kind of requires fertilizer. So we are very, very thankful and very blessed. But we have been trying to think about the future and try to plan according to what we think is best. You know, normally on our fields we do triple 19 and sometimes like a mix of triple 19 and 10 fertilizer, but normally, like I said, normally we always do 1919, so this year we're definitely not doing 1919, which I guess I could call it 1010, but we've always just called it 10-10-10. But we're going to be doing some 10-10-10 this year, but definitely nowhere near like as much as there needs to be put on the fields, but we're just hoping it'll all work out in the end. But it's so expensive, and you know, we buy it in bulk, and so you know that makes it cheaper too by a little bit, you know, because you're not paying the person to bag it, and you're not paying for the plastic that it's bagged in. But what's kind of difficult is, you know, I would like to go ahead and purchase our fertilizer so that we have it. So I mean, it could come down, but chances are it's gonna go up. So I wish there was some way we could go ahead and get it. But to buy in bulk bags, we don't really have a place to store it. We have a garage, but Dakota says the fertilizer, it just really draws moisture. And then if it was to draw moisture and then it like clumps up and it's hard clumps, there's really no way for us to deal with that. So, but then we don't necessarily want to buy it in bags because it is more expensive, and I don't know, there's just so many things, like trying to figure out what's best, and you just never know. You just have to go with it on a hope and a prayer. Alright, so one thing that did happen on the farm this week is we sold the mama cow to our bottle calf. We were gonna wait, but a guy that we sell our cows and sometimes calves, depending on what's going on, sell to a lot, he was like, oh yeah, I want her, and apparently he needed to like her to make a full load for something. So anyways, he come and got her. Dakota did film a little bit for me. I wasn't at home that day, so I didn't get to be there, which I always hate. Like, I want to be there for all the exciting things, but sometimes that doesn't happen. But so he come and picked her up, and Dakota was like, you're not gonna believe this, because he called me after he, you know, the deal was done or whatever. But apparently, y'all, he like went out there and like he had to bring her down to like our loadout chute, and I'll save all the details, but he said literally she was right there at the fence, she came right through, and he walked her all the way down to the loading chute. And I'm like, that's how you know it was meant to be. That's how you know. Like, when things happen like that, I mean, I was just totally meant to be, because that never happens. So anyway, so done that, and he said she started getting a little rowdy because, you know, kind of panicking, like, oh crap, what have I done? So he loaded her in his cattle trailer, and then when the guy got there, they just backed up and he unloaded her off our trailer into his trailer. So yeah, you know, ideally in an ideal situation, you always hope that you could eventually put the calf back on the mom if she's still got milk and willing to take it. But for this situation, her teats, I think we talked about this before, but her teats were larger, so Dakota was worried about it being able to nurse. And one kind of thing, like, I never heard of, but I was like, kind of cool. Not cool, but like, okay, understand. Anyways, the guy that bought the mama cow said that sometimes when their teats are larger like that, like hers were, the calf can't get enough colostrum. Like, it gets some, but it doesn't get enough of the colostrum. So, and it can cause like the symptoms that our calf was having. So I was like, But all in all, Dakota made the right decision to pull the bottle calf off the mama. You know, you never want to do that, but he made the right decision because, you know, like, you know, whether it had IBR or whether it was the teat situation, like whichever way, it would have passed away without intervention from us. So those are always those, you know, tough calls to make, but sometimes it just has to happen. And, you know, we had a good outcome. Mama's still alive. Yeah, she's not with us, but she's still good, and the calf, he's great. So yeah, you just never never know, but you always have to trust your gut instinct. And Dakota was having, that gut instinct, like, something's not right. So, yeah. Oh, my door's froze. Say good morning. Checking the cows, and as you saw, it has snowed even though it was like 60 degrees yesterday. Yeah, welcome to Virginia, the mountains of Virginia. But anyways, I guess typical March. We thought we were getting lucky, but good news is it's supposed to be like 40 degrees tomorrow, so hopefully it'll all melt and then we'll have a muddy mess. But then I think it's supposed to start warming back up to the 60s. So we'll see. We do have a cow that should be calving anytime at our house. And of course she's waiting. It's supposed to be like 6 degrees tonight, so that's when she'll probably have it. We're getting hay for the cows. Got it. It is so windy. So cold. It will take your breath. That was Stetson. What he's doing, he's like rolling it. I forget that we have the bale and roller at the other farm. We don't have it here because our hills are so big, we don't really need it here. But the cows have hay in the feeders that he just fed, but he is going to roll out some of this bale because we have a cow that of course is waiting till one of the coldest nights that we've had in a long time to have her calf. So we're hoping and praying that she'll wait till tomorrow, but we'll see. But just in case, we're gonna roll some hay out. And we also, when it's super cold, there's my finger, we feed in this little valley or holler. That's what we call it, but we feed here so it kind of blocks the wind from them and everything and keeps them as warm as they can be. So yeah. What are you doing? No. That's it. What are you doing? You got strawberries on your mouth? You been eating strawberries? got the energy this morning.